Welcome to the Man United stream, hope you're doing well. We're talking Erik ten Hag and how he could be on his way out of Manchester United if he does not turn the fortunes around for Man United. He looks like he's on absolute thin ice at the moment. He has not been doing well. The 3-0 loss against Man City on the weekend at Old Trafford was not good. I mean, the way in which Man City dismantled Man United and Man United just did not look like they were going to score. It just looked dismal. It looked like Man United had no clue what to do, and Ten Hag, with those substitutions during the game, looked like he was out of his depth. What is going on in his head? Nobody actually knows. Why can he not get the best out of this group of players? He did really well with them last season, but this season the players look like they're just lethargic, they're not giving it their all, and just are running out of ideas, and there's no clear play style either, and lots of fans are complaining about that because you're turning up to Old Trafford not knowing how Man United are going to set up and how they're going to play, and that is an awkward feeling, and it's really nerve-wracking turning up to Old Trafford not knowing what they're going to do. Never mind against Man City, but the likes of Sheffield United or even Crystal Palace are giving Man United a really hard time. Now, before we kick off today's show, please go ahead and hit that like button on this video. It's really simple. It's just one click and that's it. And if you're new to the Man United stream channel, it's even easier. You can go ahead and subscribe so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and opinions from one single dose. Okay, so let's jump straight into today's show. It's all about Erik ten Hag and whether Man United need to be replacing him with another manager. Now, there's two camps in this. Obviously, the camp that says Ten Hag is very good and should stay on as Man United and should be given time. Now, those in favour of Ten Hag staying on at Man United are saying that he needs more time. He needs more time. He hasn't had enough games with these players and he needs more backing. He hasn't had the players that he wanted in at Man United, and the summer transfer window was not as good as he had wanted it. He wanted a new centre-back, which he didn't get. He went for Pavard, he didn't get. He was looking at Todibo, he didn't get. Most importantly, Ten Hag wanted Harry Kane as his main striker at Man United, but that deal was not authorised by Joe Glazer, citing the fact that he was too old and didn't feel like he was going to offer them value for money. And we can all see what Harry Kane is doing right now over at Bayern Munich, so let's not even go there. It is just hard to discuss Harry Kane. If you look back at any of our summer transfer shows, you will see that we were pleading with Man United to go out there and sign Harry Kane. We knew that he would be absolutely insane at Man United, and Harry Kane wanted to come to Man United. There's no secret about it. He wanted to stay in the Premier League and play for another Premier League club, and it was always going to be Man United. That was his destiny, but Joe Glazer and the Glazers in their entirety shafted us once again. Now, those group of people that want Ten Hag out, they are saying that he's simply not good enough. He's out of his depth. He doesn't have a play style, doesn't know what to do with the current players, is not getting the best out of them, and is tactically not good enough. Now, most of us would have to concede that he isn't getting the best out of the players, and tactically he's not making the right decisions, especially this season. He struggled. He's made some really odd decisions, making substitutions really late and not doing well enough when it's in that moment, and making the subs when they actually needed and bringing on the right players and taking off the players that are not performing. He's had massive criticism for not taking off Rashford, for not taking off Bruno when he needed to, and this stubbornness could be Ten Hag's downfall because he does not like shifting things up, still likes to stay with the players that he likes, and does not like giving opportunities to players that might be waiting in the wings and that might be able to do a job better than the players that he's actually likes and is playing. But our question is, if we get rid of Ten Hag, who do we actually bring in? And will they be able to do a better job than Ten Hag? We've seen it time and time again. It's like a circle. It's like a vicious circle that we keep on going round and round. We keep on sacking a manager and then bringing in somebody else who's simply not good enough, and then it turns around and we bring in somebody else, and again and again. It is madness. We're doing the same thing again and again and getting the same result. There has to be something else at the club that needs changing, and we've always said it, and we at this show have always said it again and again. It is the Glazers that need to go, and that is the key change that needs to happen right at the top of the club before anything else changes. Changing the manager, in our opinion, will make little difference. Yes, it'll make a short-term difference. They might get some good results early on, but we all see in the second season all the managers that we've brought in struggle. There has to be a reason why, and we believe the reason why managers start struggling in the second season is because you see that the Glazers do not back them. The Glazers give them what they want in the first season, and that's it. And in the second season, the Glazers pull all the backing away from the managers and want them to continue on the same trajectory, but that is impossible for any manager to do. Managers need backing, and they need consistent backing, and they need to be sitting down with the owners and discussing where they're going to take the club in the future. The Glazers, however, are not interested in where Man United end up in footballing terms in the future. They don't really care. All they care about is their commercial assets, and all they care about is how much money they're making, and that is why changing the manager would be like changing the wallpaper on a wall that's falling apart. What we need at Man United is not a new manager. We need a new owner. We need a new blank canvas. We need a new solid wall for the manager to build on. Without new owners, we're going to keep on doing the same thing, this circle that we're going around again and again, and we're not even getting off it. We need to wake up and smell the coffee. We need to get off this circle, and the only reason we're staying on is because we are looking at short-term success but not looking at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that we're going to have to replace managers every other year if the owners are not going to leave. If we were to even get rid of Ten Hag, who would we actually bring in to do the job instead of Ten Hag? Who would come in and be able to cope with the way the club is being ran right now? And who would be able to cope with the Glazers and the circus that they bring to town? Who would it be? Zidane wouldn't do the job. Simeone wouldn't want to come into this kind of club. And who else is left? Conte, he would not take this kind of crap. And who else is left? Potter, that's probably the only name. Graham Potter is probably the only manager we can see that would probably take this gig and accept working with the Glazers, because most other top managers out there would have seen this cycle going on at Man United and realised that they do not want to jump into this and get burnt just like the previous managers. Managers like Jose Mourinho, managers like Van Gaal, they've all been warning off other managers to come in at Man United, and there's a clear reason why. It's not because Man United is a bad club and it's a small club or whatever it is and in difficulty. It is because of the Glazers. No manager can work alongside the Glazers. So we've reached the conclusion that getting rid of Ten Hag is not the solution. Unfortunately, it is not the solution. It's just going to end up being another short-term cycle where we bring in another manager and he does exactly the same thing, and we end up exactly in the same position in a couple of years. All it does, it gives the Glazers time and it distracts fans. We need to stop doing this. We need to focus on the actual problem. This root cause of the problem is the Glazers, and we need to demand that they sell up and leave, and then the manager, believe me, will have better opportunities and the manager will start bringing the best out of the players. Drop your comments below. We want to hear from all Man United fans about Ten Hag. Where do you stand? Do you want him sacked or do you want him to stay? And if you do want him sacked, let us know who you think should be coming in as the new manager of Man United. And can you see them working with the Glazers? Or do you think we should do two things at once? Do you think we should get rid of the Glazers and get rid of Ten Hag? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. And if you're new to the Man United Stream channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You are watching the Man United Stream channel, a channel by the fans for the fans.